Woo-wee! Top of the morning, everybody, and happy Super Bowl Sunday. We're finally here. We had a week without any football, and now we're right back at it, right? So, getting started today, this is what we're going to go after. We're going to go after team picks, we're going to go after a couple player props. I've got everything laid out for you guys. Just going off of the narrative, what everyone's speaking right now, it's a 60-40 advantage. Analysts are taking the Seahawks. Everyone's taking the Seahawks for the most part. We're um, we're looking at a heavy Seahawks betting crowd, right? However, the Seahawks have been favored throughout the whole 2 weeks since they won their first game, right? I do not buy it. And I'm going to be the first one. And I'm going to start by telling you that the New England Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. Um, this is just something that I've seen throughout. They're feeding you this narrative that the Patriots haven't played anyone, they haven't done anything to lead up to the Super Bowl. They've played backup quarterbacks, right? They fed you this narrative and they want you to take the Seahawks. And that's the thing, right? The Patriots have faced the number 8 defense in the Chargers, the number 2 defense in the Broncos, and the number 1 defense in the Texans, right? Overall ranked defenses in the NFL. This is in the NFL on their road to the Super Bowl, right? The Seahawks faced the 14th ranked defense, the 15th ranked defense in the Rams and the San Francisco 49ers, which both had the middle of the line, but not very great rush defenses, right? Where Kenneth Walker got to eat. Okay. The Patriots, they won 2 of the 3 games by double digits. They forced 5 interceptions and 3 fumbles, out defensing those great defenses in the NFL, right? So this is what I'm saying is that this runaway train that you guys think the Seahawks are going to take, it's not going to happen. It's going to be a very close game. And I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Patriots, right? And this is why. Seattle, like I said, they found success with Kenneth Walker, racking up 4 touchdowns, 178 rushing yards against San Francisco and the Rams. A very great track record, right? Sam Darnold, he stayed away from throwing the interception last game, right? Starting to be a lot more accurate through the air. This is something where you can look forward to as a Seahawks fan. You're looking at it, right? They played the Rams, they played Matthew Stafford, they played Brock Purdy, and they ended up winning those games dominantly, right? However, you're facing New England now. Kenneth Walker will not have the game that everyone thinks he is. Right now, he's somewhere around 75 rushing yards on most books. Okay, this is the first prop I want you guys to look at. Kenneth Walker is not going to rack up 75 rushing yards. He's going to score, likely going to score, more than likely going to score. I do not think that Kenneth Walker is going to rack up that 75 rush yards because playoff running backs, and I'm looking at it here, they rack up 36 yards against New England in these playoffs, right? You had Kimani Vidal. Hold on, give me 1 second. You got Kimani Vidal with 31 yards, RJ Harvey with 37 yards, Woody Marks with 17 yards rushing, right? This is something where the Patriots are going to dominate. They're going to dominate early, and it's going to force Sam Darnold to pass the ball, right? We've all heard that press conference before. It felt like I saw ghosts, right? Who was the team that he was playing when he saw ghosts? It's the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are going to win this game because they are going to force a very, very uncomfortable interior front line on the Seahawks. They're going to stop the run. And honestly, they're going to force Sam Darnold to pass, and it's going to create turnovers. Going into my second prop bet, Sam Darnold interception. Like I said, the Patriots have caused 5 interceptions, 3 fumbles. Seahawks are going to turn the ball over. I feel like both teams are going to turn the ball over. Sam Darnold interception. And honestly, I have a few props out there that say directly to Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez pick right now is about 5 times your money. That's an honorable mention. We're going to stay safe here. We're going to stay positive. No degen bets out there, right? So I'm just saying, averaging running backs, playoff running backs, averaging 36 yards against the New England Patriots. What's going to happen? They're going to stop the run. They're going to stop the run. It's going to force Sam Darnold to pass, and he's going to throw an interception. Now, another prop bet that I love Travion Henderson for the 4 fantasy score, or if you can find him on 2.5 receiving yards as well. If you can find him on that, his receiving yards have been off the hook lately. Honestly, he has been a very great pass catching back out of the backfield. Ramondre Stevenson will cover the majority of the carries. However, Trey Henderson on that touchdown, I really like the Trey Henderson touchdown. I really like Trey Henderson receptions, receiving yards. I believe his receiving yards are set at 3.5. Let's take a look here. His receiving yards are set at 5.5 on most books. In Vegas, out in Vegas, it's at 3.5. So take advantage. If you're out in Vegas, take advantage of that. Looking at it, Ramondre Stevenson, I can see him covering receptions more so, but I just love Travion Henderson in this one. Looking at his game log, not too much in the playoffs. He did have one reception for 9 yards. You can even hit the longest reception. I feel like that one's safe as well at 3 yards. He's had very great success, right? Out of the backfield, catching the ball, right? You have one reception for 9 yards against Baltimore, 3 for 13 against Buffalo, 4 for 19 against Cincinnati. I mean, he's hit this in 4, 5, 6 of his last 9 games, right? Travion Henderson receiving yards is going to be the play because this Seattle defense is no joke either. Now, don't let me just talk slander about the Seattle Seahawks. Their defense is amazing. They remind me a lot of when the San Francisco 49ers had Patrick Willis. Once you throw that ball, a receiver catches it, there's not much yards after the catch. Longest receptions for the Patriots will be tough. I wouldn't take them. I wouldn't take longest completions, even under on your longest completion for Drake May. It's going to be a very much West Coast defense, pound the ball, try to run out the clock. This is going to be a very fast game, and it's going to lean towards the Patriots who can run the ball. And honestly, I just feel like Drake May, he's just got that. He's got that it factor in him to win this game. So here we go. Looking at it right now, this is what I got. Give me Kenneth Walker under 75 rushing yards. Now, like I said, the Patriots are an amazing team against the run. I believe they didn't allow a 100-yard rusher up until week 9, and don't quote me here, but up until week 9 in the NFL season, right? This Patriots team is not anything to play with. They basically, in the last game against Denver, they kicked the ball in that blizzard. They ran the ball 3 times. It's like taking a knee 3 times and saying, I dare you to score on me. That is grade A level confidence right there from a head coach that's done this before, that's been there before, against a head coach that really hasn't, right? McDonald has been great, but Mike Vrabel is ready for this moment, and the Patriots are going to win the game. Now, everyone, please stop running up the Seahawks money line. Be a lot safer out there. There's a lot better props out there. You've got Stephon Diggs on his receiving yards for 43.5. That's a very low line. The last time he played in San Francisco, he had 10 receptions for 100 yards. I believe it was 98 yards, right? You've got Ramondre Stevenson with 2 halves over 25 plus rush yards. I really love that play. Like I said, the Patriots are going to run the ball. There's no way this guy's not going to get 25 yards in both halves. So Ramondre Stevenson for 25 rush yards in both halves. You've got the Sam Darnold pick. Darnies is going to throw a pick today. Please just understand that, right? You got the Kenneth Walker under 75 rush yards. You've got your Trey Henderson over 3.5 receiving yards. You've also got I believe it's Andy Borregales. That's the kicker. That's your kicker for New England. And this is how I see the game playing out, right? Seattle's going to go up. They'll probably go up quickly. They'll probably go up, not so big, but enough to where the Patriots are in trouble. Second half, Patriots are going to adjust. They're going to start running the ball. And Sam Darnold is going to throw that pick. He's going to throw that pick when it matters the most. It matters the most, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to set up a game-winning field goal for this guy, this effing guy, Andy Borregales. So I've got Andy Borregales over 1.5 field goals made. And then you've also got your tight ends in this one. AJ Barner, he's been a very big target for Sam Darnold. He's a go-to. He's a safety blanket. If anything, if Kenneth Walker does get shut down, like I expect him to, I think AJ Barner's your go-to. AJ Barner will rack up the receptions, especially if the Patriots can create a blitz. Now they've got defenders coming back from injury. This Patriots team is going to play defense. Give me Seattle's under on their total points as well. I mean, it's it's something where you got to look between the lines because right now the books are very online. I mean, you've got JSN at 93 and a half receiving yards. Now, it's not likely that he's going to hit that, but are you really going to go against that with, one of the best wide receivers, and shout out Ohio State? But I don't see him hitting that. I just wouldn't bet against it, right? You've got Drake May. I can see him not throwing 2 touchdowns today. I can see him scoring a rush touchdown today, right? Getting rushing yards, hitting the pocket. That's what worked the best against Denver. You set up 4 wide and you run the ball, right? As the quarterback. Drake May, like I said, he has that it factor. He has that game-winning quarterback, that Jalen Hurts in him, that Patrick Mahomes in him. These are Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. And I feel like Drake May fits the picture. Right. So take a look at it. Like I say, take a look, take a pick, right? This Patriots team is going to win the game. Mark my words, the Patriots will win the Super Bowl. So please stop betting Seahawks money line right then and there. JoeyBets says don't bet Seahawks money line. All right. So you guys take a look right now. Like I said, I'll leave you with this. I've got Ramondre Stevenson, 2 halves, 25 plus rush yards. I've got Stephon Diggs, 43 and a half receiving yards. I got him going over that, well over that, 50 plus. Sam Darnold with the interception. The Darney's pick is going to happen. It's inevitable. Then you've got Kenneth Walker, under 75 rush yards. The Patriots are bound to stop the run. That's what they were built to do. And then Trey Henderson, over 3.5 receiving yards. Andy Borregales, over 2+ field goals made. We're going to go 2+ field goals made. And then we're going to take AJ Barner and Austin Hooper on their fantasy score. Shout out to my boy Dill Picks. Austin Hooper is from San Francisco, native. He's gonna get open today. So take a look, take a pick, and have an amazing day, everybody.